Well, guys, we need to talk about Drew Barrymore and Dylan Mulvaney. Now, guys, I'm going to say something that will probably get me canceled, but you know what? I really do not care. Men are just better than women. I'm going to repeat that one more time. Men apparently are better than women at everything, including, actually being women. Because Dylan Mulvaney is actually a biological male that underwent a bunch of surgery. I believe also had facial reconstruction surgery, or what do they call it? A facial femininity surgery, something like that. I don't really know. This is a biological man. And nobody knew who Dylan Mulvaney was until about 3-4 months ago. This person was actually invited to the White House and actually got to interview Joe Biden. Yes, Joe Biden's celebrating this person for being a quote unquote woman when this is a biological man. Men apparently are better at being women than women. Because now Dylan Mulvaney, I guess, is so great at being a woman that he actually appeared on the Drew Barrymore show. And Drew Barrymore got down on her knees and just seemed to be in awe of this man masquerading as a woman. And a lot of people don't actually believe that Dylan Mulvaney is actually trans. I mean, let's be honest, guys. The whole trans thing just really seems to be a fad right now. It does. It seems like, the quote unquote cool thing to do. When it goes out of style, I guess it'll go away. But this clip here is just so disturbing. When you watch talk shows, like Dr. Phil or something, you don't see the host just fawning over the guests. But Drew Barrymore, who's actually a star, movies, she seems to be the one that's actually starstruck by Dylan Mulvaney. Yeah. This clip is going viral. It is everywhere. And this just shows you guys that men are just better than women. Just better than women at every single thing, including being a woman. Now, I'm not good at being a woman. Why? Because I am not a woman. I never will be. I have no ovaries. I have no womb. I have none of that. I have male parts, just like Dylan Mulvaney. Dylan Mulvaney will always be a man, and definitely not a woman. How many women do you actually know go around grifting that they're actually women? And in this case, really, Dylan Mulvaney, I guess he was actually putting out like TikTok videos. Something's talking about day 155 as a girl. What women do you know actually do that? This is a grift. And I guess it's paying off because this person has a pretty high profile right now, going to the White House, Drew Barrymore show, all because this man identifies as a woman. This is the grift because this is new fad that's actually out there. This clip is so cringe here. You guys can actually see Charlie Kirk's tweet here. Watch. Drew Barrymore kneels for Dylan Mulvaney, a man pretending to be a woman in one of the most bizarre interviews you'll ever see. Yeah, it is very, very cringe. And right here, Dylan Mulvaney just kind of towers over Drew Barrymore because, typically men are just bigger than women, And the audience here, this must be a super woke audience, folks, because, it's kind of like, I guess the Views audience, maybe it's the same kind of people. But let's go ahead and play this clip. Let's roll it.
There is so much hatred directed at the trans community right now. It's everywhere. And I think the greatest weapon that I can contribute is trans joy and comedy and talking about hard, subjects and really intricate moments of a transition and try to let everybody in to see that, I'm not a monster. I'm not somebody that, is trying to do anything but be myself. I think.
Okay. Wow, Drew Barrymore already got the full smile on right there. But I want to go back here. Look at Dylan's hair here. This looks very, very fake. It looks like a complete hairpiece on the back end right there. Just throwing it out there. But Drew Barrymore is just starstruck.
Be myself. I think having my chosen family and the people that I love to take care of me. But I also think there's something just about making sure that you don't put something out there before you're ready, and really just surrounding yourself with good people. It's interesting because I look at someone like you and I can't imagine anybody disliking you.
Oh, please.
Oh my God.
Do you want to know, ironically, who dislikes me the most sometimes?
Who?
Myself.
Oh, me too. Oh. But
This is bizarre, and the crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild.
I guess, you've asked me now, you've asked me, what I would do to combat the hate, right?
Yeah.
But what do you do?
If you read reviews, just like on social media, you are pretty much guaranteed a 50-50. Some like it, some don't. So you've got to be willing to bear down and brace for it. And I think
picking your battles too.
Yes.
And sometimes I think the greatest response can just be in the next joyous video or in the next win that you have, because that just goes to show that you are continuing on, and whatever that those people are projecting onto you, it isn't actually penetrating.
I couldn't agree more, because another thing that you're making me realize is to not carry on in spite of others.
I'm sorry, I just realized that I'm sitting on the floor with Drew.
I'm so happy to be doing this. Thank you for joining me on the floor. The floor always feels safer.
It feels nice.
Wow. I just lost some brain cells watching it. I just lost brain cells. I'm sorry that you actually had to go through that. Drew Barrymore, just the look on her eyes of just being starstruck by Dylan Mulvaney. There's another clip also where they were almost kissing. Very, very cringe. I'm not even going to pull it up. Actually, I don't even have it up, to tell you the truth. If this person, this biological man, was actually portraying himself as a biological man, would Drew Barrymore be fawning over this person? Highly doubt it. Highly doubt that. Because this is the way they want men to actually be. This is the way the feminists want the men to actually be. They want the men to emasculate themselves and portray themselves as weak and portray themselves as women. Men apparently are better at being women than women. I don't believe that. But the wokes, this is the kind of people that they uplift. A grifter like Dylan Mulvaney. This is pathetic. I mean, name another woman that actually walks around and says, hey, day number 10 as a woman or whatever. Me as a man, pure man. I was born a man, always will be a man. I can't tell you the number of days I've been a man. But Dylan Mulvaney grips on how many days he's actually been a quote unquote woman. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. This is how, if you follow the sports channel, this is how women's sports is getting destroyed. Because you actually do have people out there that want men to portray themselves as women and dominate women in competition. I just did a video on the sports channel where this Christian basketball team, the whole entire school got banned from postseason play in any sport. Why? Because the girls on the basketball team forfeited a game because they didn't want to play against a team that actually had a biological male playing, identifying as a woman. Yeah. Even the women that fight back don't seem to be getting a whole bunch of support. And when women don't actually stand up for this nonsense, you get this right here. Now, the Hollywood elites, they love this stuff. They love this stuff because Hollywood, they hate straight men. You know, I don't know if Dylan Mulvaney is a straight man. I have no idea. But obviously this person is white. White straight men, boy, public enemy number one to the votes. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. And we'll catch you next time.